What if your network goes down and you have no clue why? In this video, I'll show you how to catch every critical network event before it becomes a disaster using Syslog, the silent guardian of your Cisco devices. Stick around to learn how to set up central logging that could save your job during an outage. In this course, we're going to talk about Syslog, which is a basic embed function in Cisco iOS. It's a kind of supervision of your network. You've probably seen this kind of message when you're connected to a Cisco switch or router. These types of messages are very useful because they are displayed by default on the console when you are connected to them. And to make sure you don't miss any messages, it is even possible to export them to a Syslog server. You'll notice that these messages have a timestamp. That's why we have to make sure that all our equipment is on time. We know how to configure the date with the iOS command clockset, but it's best to use an NTP server to make sure that all of our devices are at the same time. The NTP server command is used to configure an NTP server. Here, we use the one of ntp.org. Instead of a timestamp, you can use sequence numbers. For this, you have to deactivate the timestamp and activate the sequence number service. Here is the same error message from the 01 interface, but this time with a sequence number. In the logs, there are different levels of severity. It goes from level 0 to 7, from the most to the least critical. By default, in the CLI, all of these messages are displayed. If, for example, we want only logs from the error state to be displayed, then we will use the logging console errors. And the console will only show severity level 3 and below. That is, it will also display critical logs, alerts, and emergencies. The Show Logging History command allows you to see the log history of a piece of equipment. However, it does not store all the logs because they are saved in the device's RAM. And moreover, if you restart it, well, you lose all the history of the newspaper. That's why it's best to use an external server to store these logs. To do this, nothing could be simpler. Just run the command logging, the IP of the server that will store the logs. By default, the logging command does not include debug logs. If you want to retrieve them from the external server, then you will have to do a logging trap 7. The Syslog protocol makes it possible to centralize the logs of several network devices. By default, logs are stored directly on the device, whether it's a switch or a router. And these logs can be consulted in the iOS. The debug command allows you to display the logs live on the console. Centralizing all the logs of all these devices allows you to better monitor and troubleshoot your own network. Here is the general format of the log messages that the iOS generates by default. Each element is separated by 2 small dots. The first field indicates a sequence number only if the command service sequence numbers has been entered on iOS, because by default, it is not active. The timestamp field allows you to know the date and time of the event. Then, it's not enabled by default either. For that, you have to use the service timestamps log command. The following field is divided into 3 parts. Facility specifies the general title of the event, such as its protocol or system type. The word severity is a number between 0 and 7 to measure the degree of severity of the message. And mnemonic is a short description of the event. There is still the description field which details the event. And here's an example of logs, which you can have in the CLI. We will come back to the severity field and detail the different degrees of severity. Level 0 is the most serious severity, Here, the system is completely out of service. Level 1 is the alerts, where action is required. The 2 is critical. The 3 are for errors. On the 4th, the warnings. On the 5th, notifications. Level 6 are just to inform, informational. And the 7 is the debugging mode. That is to say, all types of messages are displayed. If the severity level is set to 0, it means that only emergency messages will be displayed in the CLI. If it is configured with a level 4, then all messages with severity levels less than or equal to 4 will be displayed. That is, emergency, alert, critical, error, and warning. The level that gives the most information is therefore level 7, which is the debugging mode. If enabled, then a lot of information will be displayed in the log and on the console. It should therefore be used with caution because it greatly decreases the performance of the network. For example, the debug all command can completely drop a switch. Now let's move on to its configuration. To commission a Syslog server, you must indicate the IP of the Syslog server and the degree of severity of the logs. To all the equipment from which you wish to retrieve these logs, the logging command allows you to specify the IP of the Syslog server. Here, it will be 192.168.1.50. And the logging trap command allows you to define the degree of severity. In the example, the warning option corresponds to severity 4. We could have very well done a logging trap. It works too.